Take two. This is Stephen, the Disney Drago Robinson. You're watching the one and only Sport Icon. Bow!
All right, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic. So I'm about to do the rankings, the top 25 that you and I have been doing for the past, 3-4 months now, to give you July's top 25. And I'm looking through the top 25 that we currently have. Of course, you can see on your screen right now. There's no point in me going 25, 24, 23, as I would normally do. Reason being, because in June, nobody fought. So therefore, no changes can be made. And when you look to this month of July, no fights are going to happen. None of these in the top 25 are fighting. Now, granted, you've got number 12, Jared Anderson. He fought Charles Martin. And, of course, you've got number 8, Arsenbek Makhmudov. He fought as a chief support to Jared Anderson and Charles Martin. So, basically, between June and July, 2 months, only 2 people would have fought. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I mean, what is happening with the heavyweight division? When people in the heavyweight division are not fighting, boxing suffers. It does. The biggest numbers for boxing are the casual audience. And most of the casual audience will watch some heavyweights. The heavyweights is the glamour division. I'm not saying that, obviously, there are big names in other weight divisions like Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford and what have you. But the heavyweight division is the glamour division. They're the big men. That's the powerful ones. That's the knockouts. That's where the big money is. That's where a lot of the big fight nights happen, through the heavyweights. But none of these in our top 25 are fighting. For 2 months, only Jared Anderson and Arsenbek Makhmudov. They're the only 2 that would have fought in June or July. Disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I mean, let's just randomly pull out a couple of names here. You've got, number 19, Martin Bakole. Well, who's he fighting next? Outside of his usual picking on prospects, is he fighting anybody in his top 25? Next, is he? Is Martin Bakole going to mention the name of Michael Hunter after Michael Hunter knocked him out? Why is he not mentioning his name anymore? Why is Michael Hunter not mentioning Arsenbek Makhmudov? Why not make that fight? Why not Filip Hrgović? Because Filip Hrgović said that he'd defend his IBF mandatory position against Martin Bakole. Martin Bakole ain't mentioning his name. I mean, who is it that he's going to fight next? Another prospect, another tick over, another nobody, mentioning names that are off the radar for him, just because he wants high paydays against a Joshua or a Fury or whoever. I mean, let's pick out another name. Look at Frank Sanchez, number 15. Good win over F.A. Jagba, 18 months ago now? Something like that? Maybe even 2 years now. But who's he fought since? Daniel Martz, a journeyman. That's his last fight, Daniel Martz. But people are saying how Frank Sanchez is this boogeyman. Based on what? Who's he fighting? Daniel Martz. Really? Apparently his next fight could be against Chris Arreola. Really? And yet we have him at number 15. But who's he fighting? Now, a couple of fights have been agreed, and they're going to be taking place in, say, August. It looks like Anthony Joshua, number 3, versus number 6, Dillian White. Looks like that could well be happening in August the 12th. So that's August. You got Filip Hrgović against who? Potentially Dempsey McKean. That could be happening in August as well. Potentially. You've got Joe Joyce, Zhilei Zhang rematch. That's in September. Who's Tyson Fury fighting next? Apparently it's going to be an exhibition against Francis Ngannou. So is he going to fight anybody in his top 25 or his own top 15 of WBC? Not looking like it, is it? You got Alexander Usyk versus Darren Dubois. That looks like that's going to be late August. So What is happening? You see, this is the point. This is why I'm doing this video. Because every month, we should be able to make changes. Every month, we should be able to make changes. There should be at least 5 or 6 of these guys fighting. But they're not. Now, I understand that at the top end, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua and so, I understand they earn big money, so they need to build up their fights. And of course, the TV platforms only have certain days. So, okay, they're going to be fighting 2, maybe 3 times a year, if we're lucky. But the rest of them who all want to get into that position, shouldn't they be fighting each other? Shouldn't they? I mean, who's Joseph Parker going to fight next? Shouldn't he fight Martin Bakole? Shouldn't he fight Frank Sanchez? Shouldn't he fight Filip Hrgovic? Shouldn't he fight a rematch with, say, Andy Ruiz Jr.? Hughie Fury? Ajit Kabiel? Fight someone. There's too much stalling, there's too much waiting around. It's like fighters, they're okay to do an 8 or 9 week training camp, have their fight, and then sit on the sidelines for 6 months. And these are not even the title contenders. And people are complaining why they're not going to get a world title shot anytime soon. Because you're not forcing the situation. You need to force the situation. Look, who's the mandatories? Can I fight them? Can I beat them? Can I pip them and get my world title shot? You've got Filip Hrgovic sat there, not fighting anyone. He's got an IBF position to defend. If you want a world title shot, well, there's your man right there. Look at the winner of Joe Joyce, Zili Zhang. Somebody should have looked at Dan Dubois over like the last year. But they're not. Fighters don't appear to be very smart, do they? They don't appear to be very smart. They want to complain a lot, but not do a lot. I said, when the heavyweight division is stagnant, boxing gets stagnant. Come on, heavyweights, pull your socks up. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.